Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Hood in at the small forward position. Hood against Leonard. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the first points up on the board here for the Clippers.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. Misses off the left iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The second chance effort. And Nurkic lays it in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard on the wing. Over Hood. He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. Outside, Covington. The pass to Hood. Three-pointer, Lillard hands it from downtown.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Looking to end the run, and stolen by Hood. Lillard against Beverly. Launches a three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
You gotta respect the effort from Hood right there. He's doing his best to make things difficult for whoever he's on.
Lillard again missing. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George lays it up off the glass. George has got his second bucket.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Put on the wing. Shoots over Leonard. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. That gives them the lead.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Opening day, Chris, in your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And and then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Take a quick look now at some stats here for Yusuf Nurkic, coming off a terrific season.
averaged about 15 points a game last season, 10 rebounds and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Good deciding where to go with it. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, great showing for him last season. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Passes it to Leonard. No good. Great D that time from Hood. Covington dishes to McCollum, and he banks in the layup. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Hood.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Covington kicks to Lillard. Fires it up. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
George against McCollum. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
McCollum outside. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Ibaka looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Beverly. From deep. Not going to go that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Down low. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Here's Leonard. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
A turnaround, Jay. A great rhythm shot. Not everyone's able to pull it off.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Clippers on defense. They trail by 1. Good finds McCollum. Let's go. They get the rebound. Nurkic, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
3-pointer, Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Here's Leonard, and he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
3-pointer, Lillard drains it from beyond the arc.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And here's Morris for 3. Rebounded by Hood. Hood's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Lillard gets it to go. And now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Lets the 3 fly. Buries the long-range jumper. Beverly's got 5.
And Beverly has wonderful moves and has a great stroke from downtown. Gotta love how he rises up with plenty of confidence.
Lillard outside. There's the 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State.
All
okay?
right.
Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they had 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team, maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes. But then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. And George drops them both.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's McCollum.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. To end the run, Morris with the rebound.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Hood, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's just razor-sharp concentration. Hood is fantastic at keeping his composure in difficult situations.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
One shot.
Already proven scorer. Hood needs to keep adding to his game, specifically focusing on becoming a better all-around versatile player.
Lillard against Beverly. Here's Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Covington against George. Lillard left side. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. The shot that time, not on target. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Robert Covington picks one up.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
first one drops. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. To the right side. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Pass to Ibaka. 1:44 left in the first quarter. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 2. Kicks to McCollum. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cantor. Goes back up. He lays it in. Cantor's got the game tied up here for Portland.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Leonard inside, covered by Hood, and Leonard gets it to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Trailblazers trail by 4. And there's the pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to McCollum. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
McCollum passes to Cantor. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to George. Over Lillard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Well, it's great to see Lillard working on his defense. A part of his game that he's going to tighten up on.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Haka is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2.
Everything looked good until the finish. Then it all goes wrong.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Powell, the pass to Cantor. Jackson against Lillard. And the 3 off target. Clippers leading by 5. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Powell dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that 3, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Powell finds Lillard. Over Jackson. But they get it back. Will it go? Lillard misses.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Count that bucket. 18 points for George.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. That one falls coming off Anthony's feed. Cantor's got 5 now.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Jackson against Lillard. Nobody near George. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Ibaka right side. Nice shot from the wing. Ibaka's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Pass to Powell. Lillard scanning the floor.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Jackson with it. He's got 5. Ibaka finds George. From 13. And Cantor pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jackson against Lillard. Count that one. Lillard's got 14 points.
What poise right there from Lillard. Outstanding at finishing in tight spots.
George against Hood. And George, here we go. Excellent D from Cantor.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And the Clippers with a change here too. Morris is checked in. Lillard, the pass to Covington. He dishes it to Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Offensive rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Kennard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Powell. The teardrop falls in. Powell's got his first points of the night.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, that's all about feel.
Outside, George. Shot on the wing. It's good. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chocolate, Jason Williams, what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. And you look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the best shooters I played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree.
see the numbers for Cantor. A very nice season for him last year. 14th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Here's Lillard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Well, Lillard isn't afraid to get physical. In fact, he embraces any chance he can to get foul shots up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
The first free throw is good.
One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
Well, free throw is good from Lillard. Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Oh, Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. I mean, off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Anthony against Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Morris. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. To the left wing. Plenty of space. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard attacking, and he gets it to go. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Covington kicks to Lillard. Pass to Carmelo. You got him. Here we go. 11 feet away. Here's Cantor. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Cantor's got 7.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And George gets it to go.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
To the wing right side. Lillard outside. No good on the 3.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got 20 points.
You love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Pass to Morris. The dish to Jackson. Morris inside, covered by Lillard. Morris, no good. The Trailblazers shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Powell down low. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers leading by 7. And the pass to Kennard. Morris with the ball. Dishes it to Jackson. Morris against Lillard. Lets it go from 11, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
Lillard against Jackson. George trying to break free, and that one's good. Lillard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Kicks to George. George double teamed. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
For Los Angeles, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And he knocks down the first one. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. He hits both from the stripe.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Beverley. To the middle. Here's Kennard. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
To the inside. Lillard. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Nurkic up top. Zubac's defending. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Tanner, high post. They need this. Just 5 to shoot. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Knocked away. Covington with the steal. He kicks it to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Leonard fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now, Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Beverley, the pass to Morris.
Wow, look at Morris. Just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. Free throw good for Morris.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Zach Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. He hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. McCollum, left side. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball. Leonard's got 14 points for the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 24 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. Knockdown shooter, that sets up his drives. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Clippers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The first one falls. And Morris drops them both. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 17-point game. McCollum deciding where to go with it. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 16.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Lillard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 27.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Right side, George. And George with this stuff.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Beverly against Lillard.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Beverly against Lillard. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Leonard hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 18. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Lillard up top, defended by Beverly. 6 to shoot. Ibaka against Covington. Fader on the way. Here's Nurkic. Excellent D there from George.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Beverly the pass to Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes it to Lillard. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. McCollum against George. McCollum no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot. They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Down low, here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 8th assist in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McCollum against George. Now here's Hood. Tight defense on him. It's good. Hood's got 5 now.
You see the understanding that Hood has right there. I mean, he has a strong sense for how to run screen and rolls.
Beverly against Lillard. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 20. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20,
25-5 game. The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Leonard to the paint. Here's Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Covington passes to Nurkic. And the shot goes in.
It's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Morris. Free throw, no good for Nurkic.
Well, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. A physical big man. He makes an impact on both ends of the floor. You have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Rondo against Lillard. Over Rondo. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Offensive rebound. And that one is good.
Timeout.
That's now 22 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Here's McCollum. He's got 10. And here is Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. Over Rondo. The offensive rebound. Nurkic can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The three from George. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. George has got 5 points in the quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McCollum against Rondo. Here's Nurkic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Ball going up court and finished off by Leonard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Hood against George. Here's Nurkic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Nurkic. LA's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. The shot's good. 7 points for Reggie Jackson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. Ibaka with some nice D. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Rondo can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. First free throw is good. Collins checked in for Hood. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
McCollum against Rondo. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 26 points for Leonard.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 10. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
The Trailblazers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Kicks it to Jackson. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my God. This would be great. Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Looking to get back on track here, and it's good off the glass. McCollum's got 12.
I've got to admire the precise shooting of McCollum. He's phenomenal at shooting over defenders. He has such a quick release.
Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
Hey, D up on CJ.
McCollum against Rondo. They get a hand on it. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Over Rondo. McCollum, no good.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
One shot.
That free throw good from Leonard.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now Powell. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Two.
The first free throw is good. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
And he gets the bucket. 31 points for Leonard.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Collins dishes to McCollum. Powell down low. He feeds it to Nurkic. Over Ibaka. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 12 points in the game.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. George against Covington. From outside the arc. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
George against Covington. Outside Collins. Shot clock at 6. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Another shot. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 12 points here in the second half.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
And it's in there. 33 points for Leonard.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Collins, good.
I like how attacking Collins is. I mean, you get him the ball in a good spot, he's not going to disappoint.
The pass to Zubac. He kicks to Leonard. Pass to Rondo. Clippers moving the ball around. 2 points. That one goes. 35 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. Pass to Powell. Tries from 16, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. And it's Shamet missing.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream, but there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Pass to Patterson. Here's Kennard, guarded by Powell. Here's Kennard. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo, takes the 3. Collins, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Count that one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. The pass to Powell. Chris, it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And here is Anthony. Passes it to Simons. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And there it is for him. Kennard's got 10 points in just the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that? His 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
That free throw missing. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
Powell finds Anthony, goes up on the wing, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by Anthony.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Here's Kennard. Hazonia defending. Pass to Shamet. Now here's Zubac. Hazonia defending. Zubac with it. That shot no good, but they recover it.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff too. My goodness. Now Hazonia. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
First free throw is good. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Clippers also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Kennard. Both free throws good from Anthony. And here is Los Angeles now. Rondo kicks to O'Quinn. On the wing, Jackson. Back to O'Quinn. Over Hazonia. O'Quinn can't hit. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hazonia, the pass to Simons. Good on the shot.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And stolen by Hazonia. And now Portland on the break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game. And that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Got a piece of it. Now here's Rondo. And there's the feed to Patterson. Clock at 4. From 20 feet out. And that one hits back iron. The Trailblazers on offense. Big run right now going for them, 11-2. Count it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rondo dishes to Jackson.
Get to the block, Patrick!
With the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
Oh, you love when Jackson comes up with the floating J. The way he shoots, it makes it impossible for the D to do anything about it.
Lasagna, the pass to Collins. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Oh, it doesn't have to break stride at all, thanks to the money lead pass.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine, and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one, because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious, that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
The 3-ball buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
This game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
That one goes. Count it.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
LA has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. He dishes it to Rondo. The floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Here's Simons. Kicks it to Hood. Pass to Simons. Feeds it to Carmelo. Over Jackson. Again, the miss by Anthony. And here's O'Quinn. Rondo looking around. The pass to O'Quinn. Unable to get that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rondo against Anthony. Here's Patterson. And he makes that one. Patterson's got his first basket of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Rondo with the ball. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
You better guard Hood, especially when he's aiming to score. I mean, check it out. He can put a defense in a bind.
Two shots. Relax on the
good from Hood. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. From 8. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
His passes were crisp tonight, pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
And he makes the first. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Fouls checked in. That one is no good.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated and miss even one free throw right now.
Outside Rondo. Sweet little floater.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Here's Swanigan. Now the dish to Powell. Portland again missing.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Outside Rondo. Here's Patterson, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Portland the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Patterson drops them both. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now Hezonja. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. I know it's a team game, but it looked like you really wanted to put your fingerprints on this game tonight. What's the mindset there?
I did. I wanted to start, the second half off with a lot of energy, and I wanted to make it a focus to myself that, I wouldn't let teams, take things away from me. So I just want to step it up and up it up a level.
Really involved in the game tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.